Red Wings slow it down. Now they turn the puck over. Phaneuf in the slot. Here's Kessel with a chance. Howard to save it on the rebound. What a beautiful goal. Lupo, while on the ice, just turned and fired it along the ice into the empty net. And the Leafs tie the game at 2.
Welcome back. Adam Straczynski here. Ben Salagi. What I don't get is, why is it every time Thomas Holmstrom is anywhere near the goal mouth, there's a call? Disallows goals for the Red Wings, costing them games. I don't get it. Last night, both those goals, that goal in particular, which pisses me off, that goal in particular, Lupo ran into Howard, fell on him. Now he might be sidelined for a couple weeks. We're calling up every goalie from the minors here. We've got our goalie stanchion is just nothing but AA guys here. This is ridiculous. Grand Rapids, we're pulling guys from Grand Rapids here, trying to get them to fill in. We're piecemealing a goaltending squad now. That goal should not have counted. I know they won, and in hindsight, it really doesn't cost them anything, except for a goalie. That's not important. But what I don't get is, how come Thomas Holmstrom goes to the front of the net, he's in his office, he's doing his job, he's working, sipping the coffee, doing what he does best, and he gets calls, disallowing goals. Interference here, interference there. It doesn't make any sense to me. The first goal last night, it was questionable. It was questionable. I could see it going both ways. All right, but definitely that second goal, Lupo came skating in from the far side, ran into Howard. Howard goes down. He lays on top of Howard, and he throws the puck in the net, and it's a good goal.
Oh, yeah.
How?
It's great, isn't it?
It's BS is what it is.
Hey, don't use my initials in vain, sir. Do not do that. No, Thomas Holmstrom, he's notorious for making goalies' lives just completely hell, and that's what he's known for. And the league looks into it. He's kind of like a Sean Avery, like when Sean Avery was doing that stupid stick thing. What is it now, 3 years ago?
I love that, by the way.
That was awesome. Yeah. I mean, it's crafty. It's not against the rules. Go for it. I agree with you, though. Having like his toe in the crease or just kind of nudge into the goalie and all of a sudden no goal, they got to change that. They do. And last night, with Lupo's goal, oh my God, I agree. It was horrible. The guy is on his back. He's clearly defenseless. He's in his crease, doing his job, as you said, sipping coffee.
It's what he does, man. Yeah. That's what Holmstrom does. He does the job. I don't get it. It's clear to me that the league has a memo on Thomas Holmstrom.
Oh yeah,
it's evident. It's evident. What was it two games ago? I believe they disqualified a goal for the same thing. He didn't even interfere with the goaltender. He was backing up to the crease. The goalie came out to challenge. When the goalie came out, the goalie bumped into him. He has just as much of a right to that space as the goaltender does.
Yeah, it's kind of like pass interference, though, in the NFL. Now they made it a rule that both guys have the right to the ball.
Right.
But before that, it didn't matter if the guy was going up to improve his numbers. If you were getting in, say, Calvin Johnson's way, it was going to be a call no matter what. But that's a different story for a different day. If you want to call in, call us, 248-539-9797. Talk about the Wings, talking about some other things. Adam brought up a great topic with kind of an issue that was in the New Republic. It's now coming in, was the Detroit News, about a new type of pornography. No, it's not what you think it is, unless you consider old buildings porn. But that's what the New Republic called it. It's a new form of pornography because you're staring at these pictures of decrepit buildings in Detroit and trying to glamorize it. And Adam, it's your topic.
They're eyesores. It's a complete eyesore. This is about Cass Tech High School in Detroit. Cass Tech it's an iconic high school. It's an iconic building. There's all kinds of iconic buildings all over the Metro Detroit area, but Cass Tech is an iconic high school. It's a beautiful building. It's great. Many minds have come from there. Great minds.
Great football players, too.
That's true. But what I don't understand and what I don't get is why Metro Detroiters have to hold on to the past. I don't get it. I don't get it. You have Cass Tech, which is a crumbling structure. You can include the old train station, which is ungodly awful. It's a beautiful building, but it's ungodly awful.
Oh, come on. Going on 75, you don't enjoy seeing that monstrosity break the skyline?
Oh, I love pointing to it and being like, oh, I wonder how many dead frozen people are in there.
Hey, cool. That was in Transformers for a hot second.
Right,
Oh,
exactly.
Cool.
It just brutal. They just hurt your face to look at. I don't get it. Then same thing with Detroit with the Tiger Stadium. Tiger Stadium, that was a waste of time. It was a waste of money. Destroy the building, get it out of here, make way for something new, something better. I don't understand why all those people put the money up, the time up to sit there and try to save Tiger Stadium when in the end it just got bulldozed and now it's just rubble. Get rid of these old buildings. Like you said, it is pornography. It hurts your eyes sometimes. You got to look away. You can't stare straight at it.
No, you can't. And I mean, you make a great point with Tiger Stadium. That thing stood around for way too long, and people were like, "Oh, but it's Cobb Stadium. It's Michigan and Trumbull." Yeah, no, we get it. There's history there. We're not arguing history, but history is history for a reason, and you need to expand off history. And I think that's Detroit's problem, is that we're too rooted in our problems. But what are your thoughts? Call us, 248-539-9797. Call us on the ticket text, or not, you can't call us on the ticket text. Adam, you're messing me up.
I'm sorry.
Use ticket text if you don't want to call, because we love co-hosts. 97136 on your phone. It's very simple. You send the message, and instead of a phone number, you just type in 97136. It's perfect. It's easy. Leave your name. We'll read it. Also, if you're stuck in a cubicle on this cold as hell Sunday, use our instant feedback at 971theticket.com.
How is hell cold?
Huh?
How is hell cold?
I don't know. There's the hell Michigan, isn't there?
Well, that's cold.
Yeah.
That's cold.
Yeah. It freezes over a lot. But yeah. No, I mean, back to the whole buildings in Detroit. I don't know what Detroit's problem is with being entrenched in history, with now the film credits now getting reduced because we're spending too much money. But people that are young, in their 30s, in their mid-20s, getting out of school, are looking for these type of jobs. They're not looking to be accountants first. They're not looking to be, a professional hunched over a cubicle. They're looking to express their minds and be creative. And granted, you can only do it to a point. But cutting down the tax credits, and now the industry's making PSAs. They're not even making movies anymore.
Right.
They're making PSAs.
Here you go. Here's a good old public service announcement for you,
Yeah.
flashing across your screen. But yeah, I don't get why people in this area can't just let go. You got to let go. You got to move on. If we keep all these crumbling eyesore buildings around, I mean, it's embarrassing when people come in from out of town. You bring in aunts, uncles, and you go to go downtown. And when you get down there, they're like, whoa, what's that? And you got to explain it to them. Like, look, do you see this monstrosity? What the?
It's kind of funny, though. People come in to see these old buildings, too. There's that catch-22, but I agree. How often do you go down to Detroit if you're not covering a game or if you're not if you're not going to a sporting event? How often do you go to Detroit, honestly?
I live in Detroit, so I'm down there all the time, but go downtown,
Yeah.
at least 3-4 times a week.
Okay, but you said you live down there.
Yeah.
See, I'm one of those frowned upon suburbanites, and if there's not a game going on that I don't have to cover, I stay the hell away from the city. And it pains me to say it because I love Detroit, but it's too depressing to look at. Most of the buildings you're looking at are either half used or they're condemned. It just has this really post-apocalyptic feeling about it, and it's unsettling. That's why I stay away from Detroit. I wouldn't even live down there with the new Midtown project. No way.
Have you driven through the new Midtown project at all?
Not yet. I have to, though, because I'm writing a story about it.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to.
It's nice. They're doing good things. They're doing good things.
And
But
they have a grocery store.
there you
Whole
go.
Foods.
We need chain grocery stores is what we need. But
That's
that's another topic. Yeah, and schools. Correct. No, but most
And
definitely.
a police force. Continue.
Okay, so here's the checklist of what the city needs and it looks like Santa Claus's naughty and good list. Just rolling out the door. No, but these buildings become a safety issue. You have people living in them. People, what was it, 2-3 years ago in the train station, somebody was found frozen in a block of ice.
Yeah, because kids were going to play ice hockey in the basement.
And that was the only reason they found him.
Yeah.
I mean, you got homeless people living in these buildings, doing whatever. There are numerous amounts of rapes, murders, disposals of bodies that happen in these things. I mean, it's bad. It's not good. The city needs to move forward. It needs to take a giant leap moving forward. It needs to tear down the train station, tear down the old Cass Tech High School. I know that pains a lot of you. You got to get rid of these buildings. You have to move on.
But then where do the storylines for Detroit 187 go, Adam? Where do they go?
Okay, we need people with original thoughts. That's something else we need.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Call us 248-539-9797. We will be back for another segment before we wrap up the show. We have, of course, NCAA basketball coming up for you. The first game is what, Adam? It's Kentucky.
220. Yep, 220. It's Kentucky VCU.
There you go. Wildcats going to win that game. That's going to be a blowout.
I'm pulling for VCU.
Why?
Dude, underdog nation. I want a Butler VCU final. Let's go, little guys.
We'll talk about that coming back on 97.1, The Ticket.